Alright, so first thing I gotta do to put on this push to start, of course we're going to be getting rid of this key ignition and with the light in there. So it'd be completely keyless because I do still have the factory key fob. If you guys see right here, the factory key fob. Unlock the car, hop right in, push to start. Everything be nice and clean, man. That'll be a real nice addition to the Prelude. They just came out with this. It's something I always wanted to do, but just couldn't find the right company that had the system, you know, something that I could depend on. First thing I need to do is take off the column cover right here.
Yo, what's up, man?
What time, bro? So first thing I need to do is take off the column cover here. Of course, that's just going to be a couple of bolts here in the bottom that holds it on. But just so we could get to the ignition, so just got to get a couple of screws down here. Now got the cover off, just got to start unplugging anything that goes to the ignition here, just so we have it loose. And it'll be easily come off once we undo the bolts for it. Just one right there. I can't really get those plugs out. I was only able to get one out. There's like two other ones. But I'm just going to work on trying to get this ignition off. Of course, going to try to hit these bolts off. They have like rounded heads off of them. I'm just going to take everything off just so I don't damage anything. You know, just do it right the first time.
You get the sauce, bitch.
Alright, so now I got that mess out of the way. Real nice and easy. Get to these bolts. So here's the wiring that comes off the steering wheel and the turn signals. So these right here are going to be for the steering wheel. And so they do disconnect down here. One for the security, the other one goes a little farther. But basically just disconnect the ones that you don't need for the ignition. They're just little extensions. Alright guys, so here is the package from JDI, Jordan Distributors Inc. And I actually purchased some other things into here that you guys will probably see. Just take a look into here. Now of course JDI just came out with the Ghost Box. If you guys want to take a look onto that to get rid of your radio and just have a Bluetooth radio, just hide it behind the dash, that's pretty cool. But right here we got the push to start. Of course with some of its wiring. Got the button right there, and then I guess you want to call that like the transmitter, or where you would wave your key fob to set it to the ready mode in order to go ahead and just easily start your car right there. Got another one right here because I did purchase two of these push to starts. Of course I got it here for the Prelude, and then I also got another one for the Del Sol. So you guys that are subscribed for the Del Sol videos, you will see this in another video. But like I was saying, this is for the 01 Prelude here. And I did purchase a silver push to start, which I'm hoping to put onto the Prelude, a silver push to start button. I did purchase another button, the red button. I'm thinking I might put that on the Del Sol. Maybe I might switch it onto the Prelude. I don't know. It just depends on how it looks once it's all said and done. And then of course the box right here, this is going to be the brains, the computer to the actual push to start. Some business cards, the manual, and then got two decals or stickers right there guys. So there it is for the 01 Prelude and for the sneak peek of the Del Sol push to start. But let's go ahead and get right onto the Prelude. Just showing you what I've taken out right now is the ignition, and then you have the ignition lock, the steering lock, and then these two wires, which I just took out from a plug, left one wire because that is used as a power for the horn of the car. So I'm still keeping the horn, obviously, if you guys saw my other video with the quick release install. And now in the Prelude here, got the ignition off, so it frees up a lot of that space. And then with some of this wiring out of here, this is the wiring that's used for like the turn signals and the wiper, and that single wire I was talking about used for the horn. It just goes up into here, and then it plugs. It has a little plug. Now that plug just has one little wire on there, but it looks clean and it still looks stock, so that's the main concern, at least for me. So now I'm going to get started on to putting the wiring for the push to start. Guys, so as you can see, this is pretty much the system, all it is right here. You got the harness that replaces back into your factory harness, plugs right on in. You just have a ground you got to find, just find a factory 10mm bolt, put it on up there, you got your ground. Then of course you got your transmitter portion that just plugs right up to the ECU computer. And then you go to the brake switch. On the brake switch plug, there's a white wire with a black stripe. You're going to use the supplied wire tap that they have. You know, put it on that wire, put it on there, and then you'll be able to install this green wire. Just plugs right in. And then of course I do have the other silver push button start. So there it all is, guys. I mean, all you would do is just wave your key fob right here. It's going to unlock the car or allow you to use the push to start. And then you just put your foot on the brake and press it once or press it twice, or you have your foot off of the brake, press it twice for the you know, for the ignition, for the power to be on without starting the car. So right now, the reason why it's not going to work is because this Prelude does have a security feature that comes with all these stock newer Preludes, you know, the 97-01. You have to have the actual key in order for it to transmit, to allow it to unlock, or in order to start the car. So I'm going to show you if I try to use it right now. Okay, so it's in neutral, right? You would wave your key. See, it's unlocked now, and then I'll press it twice. See, it turns on. I'll put my foot on the brake, and if I press it once, it should try to start. But, you know, because of the key, see, it didn't do it. What I'm going to be doing on this video is just fixing this, right? I'm going to be putting the push to start, and really the issue that you're having is that, first of all, you're either going to leave the ignition in here and leave the key part way in there, cut the key off, and just try to hide the ignition part. But I'm not going to do that. What I'm actually going to be doing is I'm going to be using HON data, so I completely skip this over this you know, security feature, and be able to use my push to start. So there is instructions on how to do that exactly if you want to keep your original ECU and not mess with the ignition because of this security feature. Go ahead and just read the installation little booklet. It tells you all about that. But just letting you guys know that this video, you're not going to actually be seeing it start. That's going to be on the next video here following on up. And if you guys heard that, that's the system locking itself right now. I'm going to go ahead and hide this. So once I hide this, make everything real nice and clean, not easily to be seen. As well, you're going to put this somewhere wherever you know where you're going to wave your key fob at. You know, it could be underneath the dash right here, it could be over here, it could be anywhere, you know, that you can well, as long as the wire lets you, underneath the seat, whatever, wherever it may be. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of that, and then we're going to get on to taking care of the steering column. I'm going to be working on just trying to freshen it up a bit, and as well putting the push to start button onto there. So let me go ahead and just do my thing, and then I'll turn the camera back on. Pretty much hid everything where I wanted it. I put, you know, the key fob detector where I wanted it, and I put the wiper and the turn signal stock here. So everything is connected. The horn is ready to go. I just got to install the steering wheel. The other thing I was trying to do was put on the silver button for the push to start. The silver button is too small for the original hole for the key, and I can't find anything. The only thing I was thinking of to do was to plastic weld around here, but that's going to take a little bit extra effort, and if I do that, it'll be another time. But that's basically where I would like it, if I could have a silver one right there. As of now, I'm just going to use the regular push to start that comes with the kit, and of course this one is just going to go through the hole here. That one would just pretty much go like right there. The tabs are going to be on the back end to hold it into place. The other thing is that I'm going to scuff these up with the red Scotch-Brite or maroon Scotch-Brite, just because there's a lot of scratches here from the keys, you know, from using the keys and just keys dangling and what have you, just hitting the plastic. So I'm going to scuff it on up, then paint it with some SEM color coat, Lando Black or Lando Black, whatever the name is. And so that will make it look nice and crisp. I am going to try to save this little portion here that just says where the OBD2 connector is at, so I do just want to save that and just put some masking tape on there. It's going to put about 2 to 3 coats. Like I said, just scuff it up a little bit, 2 to 3 coats, let it dry, and then we'll put the button on and have the final installation of the kit. Okay guys, it is the next day and here are the panels. They look very nice, man. Very clean. It's actually a bit darker black than the factory. The factory actually has like a, to me it's kind of like a purplish. I know it's kind of translucent because it's plastic, even though it has a dye in there. It's kind of translucent. The paint kind of gets rid of that translucency and just make it completely black here. And it looks very OEM though. You know, if you didn't obviously see this video, you wouldn't even know it was painted. Then I taped off stickers right there. Just keep the OEM sticker. I did take off the little sticker for the key where it says push, and then with the arrow on there. That's just real clean. No scratches on there. So now I'm going to install this onto the car, put the push to start, just push it through. Then it has little fingers that you could adjust, you know, it has like a backing on there. Alright guys, so finished everything on up. Look at the column cover. Very clean. Then got the quick release. Just installed that along with the SRS delete. So if you guys want to check out that video. And now we have the push to start. Like I said, I still got to do little extra things with the ECU itself, so you guys could view that on to the next video. I am going to just film a clip of me starting the car after. Alright, so I already waved my key fob. I don't have any, my foot on the brake or clutch. Press it once. It's going to turn on your radio, so if you just want to jam out. And then you press it twice. It's going to prime the fuel pump and get it ready for starting. And press it 3 times, shuts it back off. But if you press it once with your foot on the brake, it's going to already prime it. Now see, I can't turn it off because I did my foot on the brake, but foot on the brake, turn it off. Now with the foot on the brake and clutch, it's going to automatically try to start on the first click. With the car running, you can just put your foot on the brake and click it once, and then it'll turn it off. Well, there it is for the JDI push to start conversion for the BB6 97 to 01 Prelude. Hopefully you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and check out the next video. I'll be showing how I do the ECU, so it won't have the security feature any longer. I won't have any issues.